Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Thomas seeks Steffy's help with Finn and Luna gets an unsettling surprise Monday, January 8, 2024 moment on the Bold and the Beautiful. RJ gets into it with Zend, Luna receives an uncomfortable surprise, and Thomas asks Steffy to intermediate with Finn. In Finn's office, Thomas incredulously asks, "You re-putting me on notice?" He mocks Finn saying, "As long as I live and breathe you'll no way be with Hope," and asks, "Really?" Finn maintains that Hope deserves a Joe she can trust and depend on. Thomas says Hope trusts him. Finn replies, "Yeah, I am saying she shouldn't." Moments the day Bold and Beautiful officially introduces its new Ridge and Thorn. In the exchange, Steffy flashes to Finn asking her if her family is more dangerous than he realized and quivers. She recalls telling Finn that Emma's death was an accident and asking HM to drop it. She sends a textbook. Poppy joins Luna in the design office, where her son grills her on her date with Bill Spencer. Poppy tells her it was lovely reconnecting. He allowed. He honored her and he did. They met at a music jubilee decades agone. Luna agrees to help her at her cube at the farmer's request and asks to bring RJ. They decide to do regale, but an assignation pops through the door for Luna, regale in the salon. 1 hour. Can't stay to see you. Poppy Luna B&B in the main office, RJ asks Zen to hear him out. Zen scoffs, "Don't you have some big important work to be doing with your father?" RJ understands how Zen is feeling and assures him they can all work together to finish Eric's line. Zen's unimpressed by RJ inviting him to join them on their design. He points out that RJ is a draftsman, I am a developer. He supports his kinsman's interest in the company, but this collection is different. He was Eric's adjunct, not his protege. RJ insists they need to pull together. Zen didn't have the whole story at first, but it doesn't change the fact that he's been given further occasion around there than anyone differently because he's the golden child. R.J. won't apologize for being Ridge and Brooke's son and he knows how lucky he is. He reminds Zen they read both Foresters. Zen says RJ doesn't have the chops to work on a literal collection, that's it. He calls him entitled. R.J. shouts, "Stop it." He's done trying to see it from his side. "Good luck, Zend." "I've plans," he declares as he walks out. In a room, Xander flashes to his discussion with Finn about Thomas. In Finn's office, Thomas tells his family-in-law that he's proven he's not that person presently and no bone. Has to cover Hope from him. He and Hope are really a couple and he's looking forward to a relationship with her. "She's my future." Finn reminds him he felt that way ahead and she didn't. Thomas understands Xander's story would trip him up, but he's the kiddie's uncle, they re-family. He pleads with Finn not to let Xander drive a wedge between them and please, don't drive a wedge between Hope and me. Finn is trying to figure out the verity and doesn't anticipate to get it from Thomas. Thomas says that Xander's allegations are false and Hope can make her own opinions about who's in her life. Finn growls, "She's making the wrong bone." With you. Finn Thomas B&B in the design office, Luna gushes about what she assumes is RJ's regale assignation. She worries about what to wear and Poppy reminds her she works in a fashion house. Luna starts trying on outfits and Poppy weighs in. They eventually settle on a hot pink number with long black gloves. Poppy's certain that Luna will take R.J's breath down. Luna goes on about her swain and his surprises. Poppy muses, "You two are having quite the effect on each other. You sound like a girl in love." She urges her son to enjoy it. Luna mashup B&B Steffy arrives in the main office and Thomas walks in. "Your timing on texting was excellent. I was just getting an earful from your hubby. He told Hope that she deserves better than him, especially after hearing Xander's allegations against me." Thomas tells Steffy how amazing it would be for Douglas if he and Hope had an unborn together and urges his family to talk to Finn and keep him from snooping in his relationship. Xander knocks on Finn's office door and thanks him for seeing him again. Finn was surprised when he reached out. Finn doesn't know what to believe right about now. Xander insists he's telling the verity, though he can't prove it beyond a reasonable mistrustfulness. But Croker. I am telling you, Thomas is dangerous and he's responsible for Emma Barber's death. Xander feels Finn is right to be bothered about Hope, and gasps, are they seriously in a relationship? He goes over how Thomas was willing to do anything to keep Hope from knowing her child was alive. Xander doesn't care if the disquisition is over, Thomas hovered me and I know what he's able of. He's able of murder. Arrives at Eric's sanitarium room, but he's not in the bed. The nanny says he's downward getting tests and is getting stronger by the day. She tells him he's an awful grandson for visiting so frequently. Luna arrives in the exchange, where a romantic regale for two has been set up. Zend walks by and tells her she looks fantastic. She asks if he's seen R.J. I was supposed to meet him then. Zend asks, are you sure? He reveals that he transferred the note, I am really looking forward to our evening together. Luna looks surprised and also uncomfortable. This person can clear Thomas Forrester of killing Emma. Thomas Forrester may go from the fashion house to the big house. We allowed. For sure that Thomas Forrester had gotten down with Murder on the Bold and the Beautiful. The Forrester heir-at-law chased after poor Emma in his auto when she lost control of hers and failed in a crash. Now, B&B is revisiting this drama, and the way we see it, Thomas might have a secret rescuer. Distrusting the data, and many people had gotten wind that Hope's baby girl, Beth, was truly alive. Zoe, Xander, and Douglas were all privy to this big secret. When Emma Forrester in turn discovered the verity, she hopped in her auto and started to text for help. Thomas, still, followed near before. His grim pursuit caused her fatal crash. Thomas stands to lose everything if he's held responsible and condemned for Emma's death. The police could renew the case and make the Hope for the unborn developer for vehicular homicide. Thomas could go to jail and lose everything including Hope, Douglas, his career, and his freedom. Lately, Xander returned to Los Angeles and participated what he knew with Finn. Effects don't look good for Thomas indeed, though he's got the full support of his family. Steffy, there's one person, however, who could get Thomas off the hook, at least for murder. What if Emma were actually alive and being kept at a secret position? We haven't seen much of Justin recently. He could have worked with law enforcement officers and medical labor force to whisk Emma down to a private position while she recovered. Emma could make a surprise appearance just as the walls are closing in on Thomas. Sure, nothing would be happy with Thomas for his part in chasing after Emma and trying to keep Hope from reuniting with her son. Still, he wouldn't have the pall of being a killer hanging over his head. Plus, revealing Emma as being alive would close up a confusing beat that no way made sense to us. When Justin kept Thomas' internee in the basement of Spencer Publications in order to keep Thomas from coming forward about Bill and Liam being innocent in Vinny's death, we kept staying for Justin to blast his intern for his bastard's death. But that no way happened. Why? Maybe because Justin knew and still knows that Emma is really alive. Justin wanted to keep Thomas quiet so that Bill would get out of his hair, but he didn't want to discipline him for killing Emma. A plot reveal like the bone. We re-suggesting isn't out of B&B's wheelhouse. Flashback when Taylor came back from the dead, not formerly but doubly. Both times she was being held as a guest of Prince Omar of Morocco. When the time was right, Taylor returned. Also, Finn was believed dead after being plugged down by Sheila. In reality, Lee, Finn's mama, had him moved in secret to a safe position. Maybe lightning will strike a third time and B&B will reveal that Emma is indeed alive. Stay tuned to see if B&B goes down this path.